Have you ever felt trapped inside your own mind? Like, no matter what you do, the loudest voice is the one that tells you you're not good enough? If you've ever battled with negative thoughts, you know how heavy they can feel. But what if I told you there's a way to win this battle? Today, I'll share a story that might just change the way you see those dark thoughts forever. Let me tell you about a young man named Samir. Samir was like many of us. He had dreams. He wanted to build something of his own. But every time he tried to take a step forward, his own mind became his biggest enemy. When he sat down to study, a thought whispered, "You'll never understand this." When he wanted to apply for a job, another voice came. "Why bother? They won't choose you." And when he thought about his future, the darkest voice said, "You're not meant for anything great." Day after day, Samir's life felt like a battle, not with the world, but with himself. The saddest part? He began to believe those voices. One night, after another day of failures and disappointments, Samir sat on his bed in the dark, his head in his hands, his chest heavy. He thought, maybe this is who I am. Maybe I'm just not enough. The more he thought about it, the heavier it became. Have you ever felt that way? Like your own mind was pulling you down and you couldn't escape. That night, Samir almost gave up on everything. But then something small, yet powerful happened. He remembered his childhood. When he was 7 years old, his father once told him, "Beta, your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow on their own." That one memory stopped him, because in that moment, he realized he had been watering the weeds. Every day, he was feeding his negative thoughts and starving his positive ones. The next morning, Samir made a decision. He said to himself, "I can't control which thoughts enter my mind, but I can control which ones I feed." So he tried something new. Every time a negative thought came, "You're not smart enough. You'll fail again. You're not worth it." He stopped, took a deep breath, and answered it out loud. He said, "Maybe I'll fail, but failure is how I'll learn. Maybe I'm not perfect, but I'm growing every day." At first, it felt strange, almost silly. But slowly, something began to change. One day, when he looked in the mirror, instead of seeing someone weak, he began to see someone trying. And that was enough. Step by step, Samir replaced the weeds with flowers. It didn't happen overnight, but little by little, his garden began to change. And here's the truth. We all have weeds in our mind. We all hear voices that tell us we're not enough. But the question is, do you water them? Or do you pull them out and plant something better? Negative thoughts will always come. That's human. But you don't have to believe them. You don't have to feed them. Here's how you can start defeating them, just like Samir. 1. Catch the thought. The moment you hear that voice, pause. Don't let it pass unnoticed. 2. Challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is this just fear talking? 3. Change it. Replace it with a thought that lifts you instead of breaking you. For example, instead of "I can't do this," say, "I'm learning how to do this." It sounds simple, but the more you practice, the stronger you become. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the more powerful it gets. So the next time a negative thought whispers in your ear, remember Samir. Remember the garden, and ask yourself, what do I want to grow today?